Hi, my name is Naveen. Welcome to the Janyaa platform. Today we're going to be discussing about water. Where does water come from? Lakes, reservoirs, oceans. But most importantly, what is in the water we consume? There's a lot. Is it clean water? Is it infected water with bacteria? Is it polluted? So we're going to be able to observe the different water contents and the sources of the water to see how clean it is and how it's meant for human consumption. So in this experiment today, you're going to learn more about the water you're drinking and the water you're using to clean every day. So let's go to the experiment and find out the different sources of water and where they come from. Okay, so in front of us we have different glasses of water here, each with different levels of contamination. So here we've got some pure water, here we've got tap water, here we've got some slightly contaminated water, and then here we've got very contaminated water. So how can we tell other than just by looking at how contaminated water is? So we can use this tool here known as the pH paper. So the pH paper can help us measure how acidic or basic something is. In other words, how polluted it might be. So you have the scale here, which goes from 1 through 14. So let's allow ourselves to measure the first cup of pure water and see where it falls on the scale. So we'll take a paper like this. We will dip it in the water here, the pure water. And so we'll wait a little bit and then we will pull it out and we'll compare. So it looks like this has a value of 7. So this is neutral. So that's a good thing for human consumption. Okay, so now we'll check the acidity and base level of the second cup of water. So it looks like it is 6, slightly acidic. So then we'll do the next one and we'll look at this cup here. So it looks like it turns out to be a little bit green at basic at the level 8. Okay, good. So now let's look at this one and let's measure the acidity or basic nature of this one. Looks like it's a little bit basic at 8. So it's basic. Okay. So what we observed is that when we look at contaminated water, whether it be tap water or this more contaminated water or heavily contaminated water, it has more of an acidic or basic nature to it. But when we look at pure water, it's got a neutral nature to it. So when we need to drink water and have it ready for human consumption, it must be neutral, like the pure water is shown here. So as we can see, water is very important for our daily lives. When we consume it, it affects our organs, it affects how we breathe and how we live. So testing the water quality is very important. So not only can we look at it and tell it by visibly looking, but we can also use pH measurements to also measure the quality as well. So it's important to do both in order to ensure a healthy water supply. I hope you liked the experiment and learned a lot about clean water. Have fun, be curious, and get ready for exciting times ahead.